All right, so first topic. So I guess yeah, we'll just start with the Google Apps one since we just got to explain that. So basically, for everybody that doesn't know, there was apps released on Google Play by a couple different developers that were basically trying to infect people with Windows malware. So, what do you guys think of that?
Yeah, I think it's kind of idiotic.
Idiotic. Why?
I just don't understand the point in doing that. Like, why, why do you need to? I don't know.
Well, well,
It's
I mean,
stupid.
what it's the Java. What happens is the app loads. JavaScript takes over the app's native functionality. It hijacks the phone, and then when you connect the phone to a computer, it infects the Windows computer with malware. Like, I don't. That's
Yep,
some
yeah.
serious like crap there.
Well, I mean, it is, but I mean, if you're computer savvy or you know at least the basics of computing, like you have some kind of way of detecting that malware and getting rid of it like instantly.
Well,
So
yeah, true, but still, the fact that it still remains that it's people are trying to do this and like
So
loading
how
malicious
did
ads.
they like? Do you know how they actually let this happen? Like how
Well,
how
it,
the, like this became a thing?
with Google Play, there's not a lot of vetting for apps, at least based on my knowledge, because I mean, my work has like we have a mobile developer. They don't do a lot of vetting of apps like through like the ad program, so what you can embed whatever ads you want in the app. So what happened was they were embedding confiscated or yeah, confiscated, obfuscated. Jeez, I can't talk. Malicious domains inside HTML iframes. So when the app loaded, it loaded bad ads to malicious sites, and then from there, the ads were concealed, and then they ran
Right.
JavaScript on their end.
So it's through the ads that they've
Yeah.
managed to do this.
Yep. And well, the developer had to let it happen because the JavaScript just can't run the app. The app was allowed JavaScript to run from the ads. So
Right.
one more reason why we need to just finally say, you know what, Java, we're done with you.
I wish Java
Be-
would die already.
I mean, so many people are getting backdoors into everything because Java is just so insecure. They don't properly code their fucking shit. It's just like Minecraft. They started. You don't need to have Java installed anymore to play Minecraft. It comes packaged with its own version of Java.
Right.
Like it's just, you, yeah. I don't know. That's really retarded. Google should also step up on that one and start, actually properly scanning apps before they go onto the market.
So apparently, on top of all this, the two malicious domains that in the iframes were abrens.pl and chura.pl. And apparently, they were reportedly taken over by the Polish security authorities in 2013. So it's kind of
Well, clearly not, because
yeah,
it's just like saying the Pirate Bay was taken over by the feds.
yeah, right.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Apparently, researchers
Well, it
from
was, but it'll always just pop up again somewhere else.
yeah, well, that's what happens with malware on the internet. Just take it down somewhere, pops it somewhere else. Take down torrents, they pop it somewhere else. You can't get rid of stuff from the
Well,
internet. It's always there.
for like Pirate Bay, that's like actually, I don't know about today, but it used to be really clever. Where like they had like the website and everything prepared, so if the like the whole thing went down, they had a backup ready to go
Right.
in a couple locations. So
Well, they yeah they
they
stay
were
they
ready
actually
for it.
they still do that, and they also use Cloudflare.
Yeah, but I'm
And
just
speaking
saying,
of
like
Cloudflare, the
when
whole
they were
hack for that.
actually like at their highest like usage, that they knew this would happen, that like that someday someone would actually be able to take them down, so they had backups.
You know, I'm curious if Pirate Bay got affected with Cloudflare, the Cloudflare hack. Hmm.
I
Have to go
don't
check
think
that
so
out.
because I mean they don't even have a login for the Pirate Bay
No,
anymore. You
but
can't you can't even.
the Cloudflare hack, it wasn't just login information. It was like IPs and whatnot. Basically, you could send a malicious request to the website, get a bunch of HTML or HTTPS tags back, and you could decode them, as they were like unencrypted apparently. Like not well, sorry, not properly encrypted. So whatever happened, people could get access to the data through the transmissions, and you can get IPs and you can get a bunch of other crap. It was
What
nuts.
IPs though?
Your outbound IP. So if you didn't use a VPN, it would basically like, oh, you're fucked.
Right. So you could actually find someone
Yeah.
that's using it. Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty insane.
So it would. So it's technically an easy way for like the government or whoever wants to fucking find you, to like see that you're actually downloading this illegally, and they have some evidence on you. Then
Yeah, pretty much. It was a big clusterfuck. So
Sounds like fun.
just another example of code not being properly used.
yeah, or probably setting up certificates to encrypt.
Yeah,
things.
like that's what I mean. Like when someone uses something that someone else created and they don't understand exactly how to use it, and then just they think it's working, and then someone finds some flaw in it, and stuff like this happens.
Yeah. So yeah, this stuff's pretty nuts. All right, so I guess do we want to move on to Mass Effect? I guess, or do you want to talk about Spartan? The underwear that protects your manhood. Like, I can't believe this is a Kickstarter.
Let me open this. I need to just.
Family Jewels balls. Oh my god.
Why does it?
That's good news for men. ABC News.
I mean, how does it? What is it? Lead lined? Like.
Oh god.
No, I'd hope not.
Oh, okay.
Well-
Okay. Here. Okay, so the base of the underwear protects you from harmful effects of wireless radiation from your phone and stuff in your pocket. So basically, it's a Faraday cage for your balls.
I mean,
Why?
And that sounds great for me, but
I mean,
Um,
these quotes from places like ABC News and USA Today, like, that's good news for men. Your future children will thank you. This is particularly important when trying to keep your fertility healthy. Like,
4Bs.
what?
got some protect them. Gooseberries, nuts, packaged private parts, cherries. What is that? Gonads?
I mean, did these places actually say these things? I feel like,
I feel like they're just written in.
I feel like they didn't. I feel like if I mean, if there's only there's only 157 packers. There's no way all of these different companies and news places actually even cared to even look at this.
All right, so here it's like high-tech boxer brief that protects your manhood from cell phone and Wi-Fi radiation. Blocks over 99% of the wireless radiation, will protect your health and fertility. Design in pairs for exceptional fit and great design. Machine washable 300 plus times, and then antibacterial fabric. Stay fresh and odorless. Wait, does that mean you can't shit stain in those?
So it's in the fabric. It's not like something just around your balls.
Then
It's in the fabric. So like the whole thing
I'd-
is blocking radio signals and everything.
I'd
Then
understand like if you worked at a power plant or something, but
I don't know about you guys, but like when I'm feeling lazy, that little slit in the boxers that you can just kind of pop out from and pee and whatnot, like I use that frequently. These don't have that. It's got a seam going right down the middle. That would be very uncomfortable to have that seam there.
I would use these during sports just because they look comfortable.
I think I'd go swimming in them, but that's it. Like it looks like a
wait, you might sink because it's a
futuristic
Faraday cage in your balls. Might be too
this is
heavy.
true. Although it's pure silver fibers, so wouldn't that like eventually like just get really rough and
Oh god.
slice up your nuts? Like
Oh god.
it's got pure silver fibers in it. It's got pure metal in it.
It'd be Lucas.
Hey,
Sorry.
But like, how are they comfy? It's
Hey,
got
I'll tell you how they're
metal.
comfy. They were designed in Paris, all right?
Oh well, that gives me no hope at all for those.
That
I'm just saying.
that makes absolutely no sense at all. You know that you have clothes made in China that like feel just as good as anything else.
Oh yeah.
So where it's
Yeah.
made doesn't
I
really
kind of want to get a pair just because they look comfortable as hell.
Well, I have to say I'm
Well-
interested in like further testing. Like they say, blocks over 99% of mobile phones and Wi-Fi radiations. And they have like a frequency chart and effectiveness on here. But does that has anyone actually proven that like it's harmful?
Wait,
Does
Like,
that
didn't-
actually
is
happen?
does this have an actual use case? Like, why would you want to wear this if it if uh like mobile phone and Wi-Fi radiations don't harm you?
wait, didn't like in World War II, wasn't there like a whole operation like on Hitler that was supposed to like radiate his balls with like wireless radiation?
I have
I think I heard that
absolutely
somewhere.
no idea, but you're
No.
bringing up something that we don't know anything about.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the other thing. Like looking at this Kickstarter, right? You're looking at their early bird specials and everything. Why the hell am I gonna pay $114 for 3 pairs of fucking boxers?
You could pay 40 euros or about $43 for one.
Oh my god, yeah, never
That's
mind.
crazy. Like I can go to freaking Walmart and buy a pack of boxers for fucking $20.
Wait, do they have $1,000 option?
What
No,
is their
their
most
top
expensive?
Oh.
their most expensive is 368
€45.
bucks.
Oh, yeah.
Kickstarter
No
price
longer available.
$43.
Like
My god.
who is gonna buy these? Who willingly is gonna pay that much money for one pair of boxers, a single pair? Like
I don't know. You have to be out of your mind to do that, something like that. $40 for one pair
I mean,
of
if
boxers.
these were like
This
$10
is-
for like a
and-
pack of
and then-
12, I'd be like, hell yeah.
towards the bottom of their Kickstarter, they say, spread the word and win free boxers. Okay, that's a load of crap. I took part in the Charge Mander thing. Spread the word, get this many people to sign up and follow it, and you can get a free Charge Mander. It's crap. Charge Mander got funded. They started shipping out people to things to backers, and the whole free Charge Mander thing, that was dead. Like they never once said another word about it. So
Nice.
it's crap. It's a load of crap.
Basically, use free publicity.
Exactly. It's free publicity. They don't have to pay you to, give them advertisement for anything. And once again, this is just another example of Kickstarter crap.
All right, here's since we're on the topic of Kickstarter crap and like what the fuck. All right, the Atmo PC greenhouse. We invented the biocomputer to promote a greener environment. So it's the bottom of the list.
Let me look at this.
Atmo PC produces a world of unique high technology, eco-sustainable computers.
Well, I mean, there's
Wha-
3 days left and there's no
So-
money in it so far, so
Why would you want to grow something on a computer?
I don't know.
oh well, there is a guy that made a custom PC with what's it called, a bunch of like live plants and stuff around it. It's kind of cool.
If I'm gonna build a computer,
It's a case.
okay, and it like be able to do something extra than my computing needs, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna build it out of a coffee pot so I can make coffee while doing my daily computing.
Yeah. So why are we on Kickstarter? Because we're about to test a new kind of research with a simple goal. We want that our PCs English and possibly all the technology tools can we truly clean power from the plants. I can't even finish reading this. Like it's not proper English. I'd like add words to make it sound better. I'm just gonna stop reading. Why are we on Kickstarter? Maybe I'm just,
Like,
just
I love that they just
like-
put like elegance, oxygen, energy saving. Like they're putting like nice words in here just to seem
big words.
legit.
Just big words and make like, oh look,
Like
we found something.
so that like they have graphs
Okay,
here at the
here's-
bottom,
here-
like Atmo PC, and they don't say anything. Like, what is this? Atmo PC, desktop PC, gaming PC, 0 to 300. Atmo is like between 0 and 50.
Now,
Desktop is like just over 50, and gaming is like at 250.
if you
What does this mean?
if you look at the case, right, it's made of wood, right? I'm not seeing shit that's wood.
Yeah.
Okay. One of their big points here is deforestation caused by the fall of forests for commercial purposes. your case is made out of wood.
Unless they're using reclaimed wood.
Doesn't matter. Your case is still made out of wood.
True.
That was still that's still deforestation.
I like how if you scroll down, they have like a Atmo power usage and consumption.
It says at the moment no trees, no. Wow, grammar. At the moment, no trees is cutted to produce Atmos series. Then we will use FSC woods from eco-sustainable managed forest. Do you English? Who wrote this?
Apparently someone doesn't know English.
Who wrote this?
But yeah, if you look
now,
look at the
I'm gonna go
power
to their
usage
website.
consumption at the bottom, like halfway down.
I'm going to go to their website because I want to see, are there that many typos on their website? Because if there is, definitely nobody should ever back this. Like, I don't think they will.
Typos or no typos, this doesn't really make any sense. What is this for?
Oh my god.
Why would anyone want this?
Okay.
Like, what's the difference between having this and knowing that like people are destroying forests, and not having this and knowing people are destroying forests?
There's I
The
don't really
difference
know.
is you don't waste your money on this, and you could waste your money on
A charity that protects
saving
forests.
trees if that's what you want to do. So I don't see a reason why anyone would want to buy this or back this and like get a computer.
Okay, so they're definitely not American.
Yeah. I kind of got a gist from their,
I'm
post.
on their website, and it's definitely a foreign language for some of the sections.
Did you guys see the
And again,
Atmo Ike?
They do have, I think it's French.
French?
I'm pretty sure this is a French company.
Hey, maybe they know Spartan.
No, okay, I'm sorry. It's Italian.
Oh,
It's Italian.
darn.
So, yeah. That being said, their website's clean. It's just nobody's gonna buy this.
Yeah, there's if you scroll down, they have a picture of like the I/O for the computer for one of them, and there's a COM port on it, a serial DB9 port.
Of course, you want that. You really want that.
Yeah.
But what I'm looking at is the names they've given these computers, the Ike and the Kumu.
And then there's the Koa.
It says, like, Ike is a Hawaiian word meaning knowledge, and then Kumu means the source.
Where do you see that? Where do you see the Kuma at?
Well, on the pledge side.
Oh, up there.
Yeah, like there's the Atmo Ike and then Atmo Kumu, and they both have Windows 10 Professional.
But they're
I
running
don't think
Intel
anyone.
Celerons.
Yeah, I don't think anyone needs a Windows 10 Professional operating system on a system that basically won't be able to do
Anything?
Yeah.
anything.
It'd better run like
other than
Linux or
just being
something.
like just a really simple media PC in the living room,
This would be
not
good for
used ever.
this would be good for like running like Kodi or something.
No, let's be honest here. This would be the only use for this would be sitting in your kitchen on your counter with a very, very small screen hooked up to it so that you could look at recipes while you're cooking.
Okay, so like what I'm thinking
Vegans.
here is there like the prices are actually really unreasonable, because you could just buy a Raspberry Pi and make your own kind of like organic looking case.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, you could
even
grow your
smaller than that?
plants for your vegans. They can grow the plants in that.
But yeah,
case.
I mean, you could definitely grow like some kind of spices in there, like basil, and
You know what? I'm gonna grow
whatnot.
tomatoes in mine.
I don't think that the case would.
Did you
support
say
a tomato
basil?
plant. Yes, I did say basil. I mean, you could try and maybe grow jalapenos in it.
Jalapenos.
That might help. I mean, that is still another really good example of Kickstarter crap.
No, wait. Okay, their spelling is really odd, but like I think they may mean to say reduced carbon dioxide emissions caused by computer usage.
What?
Is
What?
that then like
We're
the
polluting our
actual
Earth with
power that
PCs.
you're using? So like, if that's a problem, then just turn all your shit off when you're not using it.
But what? PCs don't. What?
No, I like
All right,
it's
all right. Let's just move on before we all die
The
of like brain.
literal
dead.
computer usage. It's the power that it's consuming while it's on. So that's
Oh
a
my.
really confusing. It's just, yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Do you
That-
want to finish out this? Since we're still on the topic of Kickstarters, there's another Kickstarter on our list. Do you want to talk about that real quick, or you want to move
Wait, there's another Kickstarter in the
on?
list.
Yeah, Zaya Hub.
Say a hub.
Zia.
Yeah, Zia Hub, or it's basically an
Zia,
Angie's List. It's a new Angie's List.
What? Why do we even need?
I don't even know.
What is this?
It's basically Angie's Hub or Angie's Hub. Angie's
Finding
List.
help moving,
For someone that
cleaning,
doesn't
and
know
handiwork.
what that is.
Angie's List is basically a website or app that you can go on and like look for local help for like plumbing and moving and like babysitting or stuff like that. It's a bunch of like random like local services, and it searches for you like the best rated ones.
Okay. So it's someone trying to come up with another way of doing that.
It's basically Angie's List 2.0.
No, it is exactly Angie's List. It's just with a different name.
Right.
and-
okay.
Oh my God.
Clearly, it's a U.S. thing.
Wait. Here, solution overview. We are proposing Zia Hub because it solves the problem of identifying qualified labor at a good price. The streamlined interface of it's Angie's List.
It is
Wait,
Angie's
wait.
List.
Do you want to pledge $1,000 to the gold level and be a gold member?
What do you?
Whoa,
An
what do I get
honorary
with that?
board member of. So you go to one meeting and then you're like, oh, you're fired.
You just
Pretty
give us $1,000, get out of here.
Like,
Oh, Okay, read the
It-
evidence. Currently, apps with similar approaches, such as OfferUp, have over 100 million in funding and hundreds of thousands of users, and they do not provide services.
Angie's List hosts tells you about the services and you call that service. That's
Yeah, but like their
How's this
their
hosting?
evidence is that other things have been successful, so this will be successful.
yeah, if you give them $1,000 so they can tell you to fuck off later on down the road. And
That's how I see this. Like they're saying that, like, look at those guys; they were successful.
it's a money
and
grab.
I have the same idea.
okay, let's look at the pledge $500 or more. Silver phase, beta tester, and a custom music mix from Tom. 1, who's Tom? 2, what kind of music does he like? But I mean, am I gonna even like this music mix for $500? Like, what? Why do I even?
Who's Tom?
Pledge
Who's Tom?
pledge
Also, why
250
is it
bucks
a
or
music
more.
mix? Why isn't it like an original song by Tom? Why
Maybe
is
he
it a
just sings
mix?
for you.
Yeah.
He's like,
So
"Thank
what
I'm
you
gonna
do
for
pay
you think
giving
$500. I
us
want Tom to sing to
$500."
me.
Like, why am I gonna give you $500 for a music mix that I could easily go create myself with music that I actually like?
He's gonna sing you a lullaby.
Like, is he gonna sing me "Mary Had a Little Lamb"?
No, he's
I'd
gonna
rather
sing-
have him read lullabies to me before I go to sleep every night.
He's
If
gonna
he doesn't sound like James Earl Jones, I don't want it.
He's gonna sing and he's gonna thank you for donating $500 to his money grab.
If he doesn't sound like James Earl Jones, I don't want it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But that's my
Thomas,
fault.
the owner. That's who Tom
The
is.
CEO.
yeah.
Tom. Okay, so Tom.
Thomas Chiff. I'm not even Cleavage. Thomas Cleavage.
Thomas Cleavage. Where do you even see this?
It's up at the top
Top
left.
left.
Top what? Top left? Oh yeah. Oh,
Top left of the page.
what?
Thomas Chip Cleavage.
I think he meant to write Thomas Savage. Because
Wait.
Savage.
So Thomas posted this, but down here's the endorsement. Mark Cannon, CEO of Boomtime. Tom's
What the-
expertise and strong work ethic were instrumental in our transition to a new process flow and organizational structure. What? How does this relate to the app?
Where
Nobody
do you
cares.
see that?
Under evidence, it's like the second paragraph. Endorsement.
What's boom time?
I don't know. There's like no like hyperlink
Clear-
to boom time.
Clearly, it's not that successful because I've never heard of it. Like I've
Nope.
heard of Angie's List. I've never heard of
Boom time. Word
Because
of
you
mouth
if you watch
marketing.
TV, Angie's List is an ad for TV, so you just
like
see it
I,
everywhere.
I well no, I know about Angie's List.
It's
but
a marketing thing.
Uber isn't Uber that car thing that you just
Yeah,
you-
you request
so
a
why
ride.
then why is this even like referencing Uber because it's not Uber.
No, it's saying that Uber was successful.
Yeah, but Uber
So this
isn't
will be
anywhere
successful.
anywhere near the same thing that they're saying that this is supposed to be.
No, that's not the point. That's not their evidence. The evidence is they see that someone else is successful.
So
they
can I
will be
say these people weren't successful? So what makes you think you're going to be successful?
I'm just gonna put this out there. Angie's List is the only one that I know of that was actually truly successful in the whole like identifying qualified labor, and they own the market on that. Like they are the only
Yeah.
one.
It's like Kelly Blue Book. They're basically
The Kelly Blue Book is there is no other Kelly Blue
yeah.
Book. There is nothing else like Kelly Blue Book.
By the way, Brett, Kelly Blue Book is like a car. Like you go, you can see like what the recommended prices for used cars, and it tells you like, by
sometimes
make,
Yeah,
model,
and
year.
you can actually like do your car up exact how it is in its
Yeah.
current condition and get the price that you would typically get from selling it to like a car delership.
Right.
Traded values and shit. Like
it's-
that is what it and then there's
it's-
no other site that
Yeah,
does
there's
that.
no other site that does it.
So I just want to like backtrack a bit. The Spartan,
Oh my
buy
God,
it.
Virgo.
buy it, yes or no?
No.
Hell no.
No.
Okay,
Alright.
so we don't, and like no one's interested in that.
Yeah.
However,
So
they
what?
have,
So if you're a man that's wearing Spartan underwear and uses Trojan condoms, what are you?
You're a traitor.
a wannabe badass.
No, you're a traitor. You just committed high treason.
Oh god. All right. So
You're going down into the pit, motherfucker.
let's move on. I guess yeah. Let's move on to the Nintendo Switch and like Mass Effect and stuff, like gaming news.
I was gonna go along the line like American Horror Story, but I mean, yeah, we could do. I mean, I don't really. I've
we're just
seen
gonna
a
get on
few
the
things
list,
about the
so.
Switch, but
So
American Horror
I
Story
actually
loved that.
I saw something interesting about the Switch. So apparently someone bought it on Amazon, and it was supposed to like it said guaranteed delivery last Friday, the 3rd. And they still haven't even received any kind of shipping confirmation. So like
Really?
it hasn't shipped yet.
Sounds like me in that case I ordered.
Sounds like my Ryzen CPU. That's not gonna be here for Wednesday.
I will
Yeah,
say,
that sucks.
Nintendo has like bold-faced lied about the battery life for the Nintendo Switch.
Well,
It will not last if you don't have it hooked up. It will last no more than 2.5 hours.
Was it? Isn't that playing
They
Breath of the Wild
claimed
though?
that period. They
Oh.
claimed that it would last at least 3 to 4 hours.
So what you're saying is I can't play Breath of the Wild on my plane trip out west this year, and just it's gonna be like I'll get on the plane, it's gonna die.
Yeah, pretty much,
Right.
unless you plug
Is
it in
there-
right away.
Do you think there's like a brightness setting on that little screen that you have, or no? Like
I don't
full
think so.
brightness. Okay, because
I
I'm gonna
is
say my phone will last hours when I turn down the brightness to like damn near the bottom,
Well, yeah.
but when it's all the way up, it's like freaking an hour.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it may. I don't think the Nintendo
what
Switch
is
has
it running like a
built-in
custom
camera.
OS?
I think it's based on a Linux OS, isn't it?
I thought it was
I don't-
Android.
I don't know what it's based on.
Yeah, I didn't.
But-
I don't think I saw anything.
I
about it.
mean,
It can't be like something too complicated because like they have to build on top of that like
Right.
something to make games with. So like they,
But it's
I don't know. Maybe if they made something from scratch, it's really impressive because if they like because the whole what was it, the PlayStation Vita had like a really odd operating system. I don't remember what they called it, but like it was incredibly lightweight and annoying to use for me at least. So I haven't really looked into how their operating system works, but this might actually be just a really interesting piece of hardware.
Well,
I
And
mean, it
so-
could be using the same OS as the Wii and the Wii U.
yeah, but they're running an NVIDIA chip in there, so I don't unless they made their own like driver for it, or not like a driver, but like a way to communicate to the GPU. I don't think it's running from scratch. So it would have taken a while to develop to get that running properly. A lot of
Well,
testing and
when I
whatnot.
say from scratch, I'm assuming that it's Unix based, so like it's
Oh, so it's
something.
already got a
Like
kernel
yeah,
built for
they're
it.
building it off something. Like if they're making something from like completely from scratch, then but sure.
I
But they
look
have
at the
money, so
Switch.
they can just buy rights to this and that.
I look at the Switch as just like another handheld. I don't see it as a console, and there's a reason I haven't had a handheld or owned a handheld since the original Game Boy.
I still have a Game Boy Color.
Like
Or
they're
no,
just
wait.
not. Like they're
Yeah, the
just
Game Boy
not.
Color.
Meh. I'm not. I have no interest in a handheld console.
I don't know if I want to get
This
this thing
works.
either. I can only do so much before I get really bored or lose it.
Well, the only game I play on my
And-
Game Boy Color is the Battleship game.
I'm
It's still
I'm
that
the
Battleship
type of
game.
person. I'm the type of person. I will lose a television remote, and those Wiimotes or the Switch remotes are so much smaller than a standard controller. I'm sorry, but I would lose that in the first 2 hours.
I'd break one and then
Well,
sit there debating and buying a new one or
apparently you
not.
can use the Switch Advanced controller on PC. But why would you do that when you have an Xbox controller that looks the same? Like, have you seen?
And isn't the
Good
same
point.
$250 price tag.
Yeah, it's
The
pretty
controllers
nuts.
for the Switch are ridiculously overpriced.
Oh, right.
I'm just saying, like unless they like do something completely
Oh, wait.
outstanding with the Switch.
Wait, so you can
There's-
take the
there's
Switch
no point.
controller off, and there's buttons on the inside part that you can actually flip it and use it as like an old
You
like,
use the
trigger
red and the
boost.
blue one?
Yeah,
there's like if
Yeah.
you look at a picture of the controller off like the actual Switch itself, like there's little
Yeah, you
inside
use that-
buttons, and you can
Yeah, you can turn that little thing sideways and play with it.
that was actually pretty cool. I didn't realize it did that.
Yes.
That's
It's like using the Wii remote sideways, basically,
And
just triggers this time.
and
Yeah.
and the buttons on it are so small.
Got
Like
a
look
fat
at
finger.
this look at the size of the D-pad. How do you even?
You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna happen. You're gonna fat finger a combo, just like the person that fat fingered the command for the S3 outage.
Yeah,
Take down the internet.
yeah, yeah.
They seem to
Mm,
have one good thing going for it. It has USB Type C.
Well, yeah.
Hey, they
I
can
mean,
join Apple.
you could plug it in with pretty much anywhere.
Well,
as long as
join
you have-
Apple. They
Well,
beat
they-
Apple. Apple hasn't
No,
even started.
they can be with Apple and actually adopt a standard.
Well,
Uh,
I'm
again-
actually really happy because USB Type C should just be the common USB connector now. Or just,
I mean, whatever happened
overall,
with USB 3.1?
I have two
It's still a
3.1
thing.
ports, and I don't use them because there's nothing that
I-
supports it.
the USB
I don't
Type
think I've
C
ever.
is on 3.1 or as
Yeah, 'cause
Thunderbolt.
the 3.1 does 10 gigabits per second, so is Type C. Right? I think it's 10.
I don't
I
remember
think-
the speeds.
Honestly, I
But-
think Nintendo should just get out of the industry. They're done. They're done. They were
Wii was
done
cool.
when they were done when they released the Wii U.
I like
Yeah.
seeing those memes of like Xbox and PlayStation and PC going at it, and Nintendo's just chilling in the back.
Wait, did you see the
I
meme
mean,
for the Switch?
No,
Nintendo,
probably not.
Nintendo hasn't
God.
released a good console since the GameCube.
Well, then N64 was good.
That's what I said, since the GameCube.
Oh, again, yeah,
And even then, even the GameCube wasn't that good.
Well, I haven't personally used the Wii, but it looked interesting, and a lot of people
I-
seem to enjoy it.
I
So
had
for us,
I
maybe not,
used, no, I
but
used
it
the Wii.
was popular.
I used
The Wii was a good idea.
My sister and her boyfriend had one, and when I would go over there to just hang out for the night on the weekends, get drunk, whatever, we would play the Wii, and like it was fun for a little bit, and then it was just like, this is tiring. It's looks like poop. Like, it's just boring. and the sensors are horrible for the motion on it.
Yeah.
And I'm
Wait, so-
pretty sure it was the same thing for the Wii U. The sensor was just garbage.
Back to
It's almost like the
Switch
PlayStation
here.
Move.
The
I really
Switch
hated
dock,
the.
how does
Oh my god.
like the Switch dock? If you buy the Switch and the dock, isn't it then just basically like any other console that you
Yeah,
just
pretty much.
plug into your monitor,
Yeah.
TV, or
The
whatever?
if you look at the GIF in the Discord chat,
Yes, I
posted-
saw
yeah,
that.
it's
that-
basically
So like
it's like
I'm
another
just thinking,
console.
if you get that, and you get like the fucking the grip thing, why like what are the benefits of having the Switch system then? Like, I mean, what exclusive games are going to be on it and so on? Like,
You know,
why would someone want to buy this over something else?
right?
And
No,
see,
wait,
that's
wait.
that's the thing. Nintendo has basically burnt all their bridges with these big name companies. Like nobody wants to release games on Nintendo consoles.
No,
Ooh,
the
they
good thing
actually
about the
have
Switch
something
is
here.
4-player Smash Brothers and Mario Kart.
Yeah,
That's it.
but that's the only thing they have.
But see,
Don't-
then we can all get
nobody-
our own screens, and then
No,
we can.
Yeah,
not
at
screen cheat.
freaking like $600 each.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
Alright.
So apparently they have like games coming soon listed on their website. One of them is Skyrim. They have NBA.
That is not confirmed.
Minecraft, Lego
Minecraft.
City, FIFA. So like,
Skyrim.
Didn't see Minecraft coming.
Skyrim is not confirmed. Bethesda has already said that they are looking into a possibility of that, depending on how well the
Yes,
Switch
that's
moves.
that's why I said it says games coming soon.
Yeah, that's saying that it's confirmed. Coming
No,
soon
that's
is
not.
basically saying
No,
it's
no.
confirmed because it's
That's-
coming soon to our
that-
console.
I don't care about that. It just says games coming soon, meaning they don't have them yet. And the games that they have don't really look that interesting other than Zelda.
And even Zelda doesn't. I'm sorry, but Zelda is done.
Yeah.
You
there's too many games for Zelda now.
you can't. The last good Zelda game was Ocarina of Time, and that was a
Oh.
long ass time ago.
A lot of people are actually saying good things about this game. So
Yeah,
maybe
but
maybe
it's-
it's mostly just personal
nostalgia.
preference. Like if you, yeah, that too. Like maybe like the people that have played the first games like way back and haven't played anything in between and are trying this now don't really care. Like they just want to feel what they felt the first time. And
Right, and
if
it's,
they get that from this new game, then great. But
that's
I-
just going back to like the new Ghost Recon game. Like people who
Am I-
really didn't play Ghost Recon now getting into this one are just, oh, this is an amazing
But-
game.
Am I the only one that I'll go back to a game that I played when I was real little, and then I'm like, wow, this is fucking boring, and then I'll stop playing like 30 minutes later?
I will stop playing after 5 minutes.
Yeah,
The
like it's
only
fun to think
game-
about it and want to find it, but once I start looking at it and actually play it, I'm like, well, this is boring.
Yeah, the
I
only
would
game I
say
ever
it
go back and
depends on
play
the
is Need
game.
for Speed Hot Pursuit. That game's fun. All
I
the
would
Need
go
for Speed
back-
Suck.
I would go back and play Elder Scrolls Morrowind just because that game was that was like masterpiece from Bethesda. But I won't play it in its current state. Like they need to remake it, and they won't. They already said that they won't. They will never do a remaster of Morrowind, even
That
though
sucks.
it's their most popular title. Morrowind was the most popular out of all of the franchises.
I don't know what Zelda I played, but the only thing I can remember for some reason is he pulled a sword out of the stone and then everything went dark. Then there was a cow in a big cage, and that's all I remember.
Get on a big cage.
Yeah, that's all
The
I
thing
can
that I
remember.
remember the most from Zelda is Navi. Hey, listen! Every 5 seconds.
well, that's because that's been thrown around the internet for years.
No, that's just what I remember when I played. But yeah, I want to talk about this American Horror Story thing because I
Alright, let's
think
go.
this is rather interesting.
do
So, American Horror Story was most people know what American Horror Story is. It's a television show, and they come up with every year they come up with a new story. They never reiterate or rehash the same story or continue it. They were going to revisit for the first time. They were going to revisit the first season, Murder House. Most people who have seen the show know Murder House. It was the very first season of American Horror Story. Well, this year they were going to revisit it for 2017, and then decided, I think it was like last month or the month before, that instead of doing that, they're going to do a show on the 2016 election between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Now, I want to know personally who are they going to cast to play as Donald Trump, and who would they cast to play Hillary Clinton? Like, are they going to get? Are they going to get? I could see maybe Kathy Bates as Hillary Clinton. I think that would that would be hilarious.
They can get the YouTuber sounds like pizza for Trump.
I think it would be hilarious. I'm really interested in actually watching this new season of American Horror Story if it's truly going to be based on this. Now this is a true thing. The what's his name? Ryan Murphy, the creator of the show, decided to actually say what this season was about. The last season, they literally didn't talk about the season at all. They showed these little things, little previews to the show, but the little previews to the show was literally just A and 6 and teeth falling everywhere. Like they showed no plot, they showed nothing. It was just that.
Did they release a trailer yet for this?
No, they haven't. Okay. They haven't released a trailer yet. The filming will begin in June.
Okay.
So
what are they gonna get out of the season? I mean, there's nothing. I don't know what would be a horror story about the election.
I mean, the fact that Trump got elected is definitely a horror story, but
oh no, here we go.
America itself is a horror story right now.
But yeah, so they're beginning shooting for this in June, and it 100% is going to be about the election. And the host Andy Cohen, explained the whole thing. Like, they don't have a title. They're not sure who they're casting for what. American Horror Story typically uses the same cast every season. They don't change it up, although they did change it up. They got rid of I don't remember what her name is, but they got rid of someone for Jessica Lange. They got rid of Jessica Lange for Lady Gaga in American Horror Story Hotel. And that was because Jessica Lange refused 100% to work with Lady Gaga. She called Lady Gaga a whole bunch of mean names live on television and said, nice. I quit.
Nice.
So.
All right. I can't believe they're doing this. But anyway, Brad, do you have a story thing you want to talk about?
Not really. I just wanted to kind of would this be interesting to watch?
I
don't know.
Like,
I think so.
Sure, Donald Trump. I mean, like, I think the man is just not the most. Well, I wouldn't say like not smart, but I think like he's just different in a way that most people just don't really understand. Like, I think his way of doing things is just, I get the basics of it. I'll get someone that knows more about this to actually do this. So, like, maybe he comes off as like a complete idiot, but maybe he knows that making other people do things is better. Because, like, who knows? Maybe the next 4 years will actually be good for, like, this and that. I don't know. I'm not an expert on fucking economics or anything.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to play out for the next 4 years.
Yeah, it might go just a
It might just go
lot
ape shit and
better.
we're all dead. Or it could be
So I
like,
mean,
oh my
like,
god, America's
what
coming back.
then? Like, what could they do in
Or it could be
American
like,
Horror
oh shit,
Story
nothing changed.
to make it
Yeah.
anything horror related about Trump?
Well, and
Like,
they're not
I'm
sure
trying to think about like why would they want to go this way instead of like going back to something they know what they're doing with, like something
because
they've done before and like
okay,
just
so
redo it in a different way or something. I
the,
don't know.
the way I think that they're looking at this is one, they need a direction for the show. In the last season, it conceded with one of Clinton and Trump's debates last fall. So they're doing a little tie-in from season to season here with this one, and they're focusing on these two people. There's still no true line of whether it's going to be a literal depiction of the election or something symbolically or whatnot. But they're also doing it because as Saturday Night Live and Stephen Colbert's shows directly tackled Trump, their ratings skyrocketed. 7 seasons in, American Horror Story is starting to teeter on the lines of losing traction. Even though it's a really popular show, they're looking to bump the ratings up. So this could be one of their most popular shows to date, because again,
Okay.
tackling Trump has always been something that boosts ratings because most times people don't have anything good to say about Trump and they make fun of him. So
That's
that could
90%
be
America.
that could be one of the main factors here.
So then this could either help the show or completely crush it.
Yeah.
Like if they screw it up and it's not interesting, they'll just get canceled.
They also did say something back in October when Trump was still something of an underdog. Murphy said, you'll see it after this season. We lay a lot of pipe. You'll see it explode in season 7 and 8. So honestly, there's not really too much to go off of on this, but it has been confirmed that Ryan Murphy is going to tackle the 2016 election, whether it be a literal or more comedic line of approach. We will have to wait and find out. But I look forward to watching it because I'm a big fan of American Horror Story. So
yeah, I guess we'll see how this season plays out. Anyway, all right. Let's
next topic.
Yeah, let's move on. So we have the GTX 1080 Ti. We got some Mass Effect stuff. The Fukushima reactor in Japan. And, Project Scorpio from Microsoft.
Let's just take Mass Effect here for a
Mass
minute.
Effect. All right.
I'm like mostly just curious about like what your opinions are on where the Mass Effect what is it now? How many games are out? This is
the fourth one.
Fourth one? Yeah. Like
Yeah.
whatever they're gonna end at, like where do you think they're trying to go with it? Because like I feel like what I've seen so far of this game is they're trying to just stay interesting for people to want to just try it. I don't know if they're actually going somewhere with this.
In my personal opinion, I think they should have left it at 3 games.
My personal opinion, they should have left it at the 1.
The 1.
The 1. Mass Effect never was interesting to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was interesting to me at first, and then I played it, and the gunplay was just garbage. The weapons felt underpowered. Everything was bullet spongy.
Combat and all that.
They
shit
said
in this
that
game.
they said that in the third one too, and I'm sorry, everything was bullet spongy. The gun, there was like little to no gunplay. It was overall a lackluster experience. That's like if Doom had released and the guns were garbage. Doom, when you shoot a gun off in Doom, it feels, you know what I mean? Like you get that sense of that's got a really powerful bullet to it. You know what I mean? Or a really nice explosion. Mass Effect, there was never any of that in Mass Effect.
Could that then maybe you're just expecting it to be something that it's not.
You get this really beautiful looking gun that looks like it's really powerful and it shoots like a BB gun. I'm sorry.
Okay,
That's just
I think the real question then is, what is Mass Effect? What kind of game is it? It's not Doom. It's not
Well, no.
Minecraft.
It's not an FPS.
what kind of
It's like a
game-
cross between an FPS and an RPG kind of.
No, like in more detail. Like, what kind of game is it? What
They
do
never-
we feel
they've
when we
never
play
decided.
Mass Effect? Like, we don't apparently, according to you, feel like it's Doom with like heavy guns and like you feel like you're a complete badass. So is it more about just like what you do in between dialogue, or is it a story-driven game, or like what?
Is
Is it Halo with less armor?
Yeah, like
But again, they've never actually, I think, fully decided what Mass Effect was supposed to be.
well, I think they always wanted to keep like the name Mass Effect as what the point of the game is. Like, your decisions actually make huge impacts on the world. But
Okay,
I
so then-
didn't. What was the fucking? I think it was the last game, the third game. I didn't play that one, but I heard a lot of negative things about it.
If they wanted something like that, why didn't they just go along the game Quantum Break?
No, I haven't played that one yet.
I've played that one, and it I mean, your decisions in the game drive the story of the TV show. That's that part was pretty cool. Mass Effect, what do they got going for them? Like,
All right, so
they're trying to be in
had
the
a
okay,
different
they're-
twist on
they're-
it.
Mass Effect is trying to do what Telltale does. Your choices influence the story of the game, but they don't know how to do that.
So then, what is it? If it's not Telltale's doing a really good story game, what? Is Mass
Again, it's attempting. I guess what Alex said is attempting to be a RPG shooter and failing
Yeah.
miserably.
I mean, it looks pretty nice, but I don't know if I'm gonna bother getting it.
Isn't there a shit ton of sex scenes in this game?
It's like
I
It's
heard
like going
someone
into
say
Elite.
softcore porn.
it's
I-
like going
I-
into Elite Dangerous and expecting to shoot lasers from your ship and then getting no lasers. Like
Underperforming.
it's like needing to go to the store every day to buy a new bottle of Viagra just because you can't get it up.
I was just
Oh, God. All right. So I guess on the topic of games, Project Scorpio from Microsoft. The
Wow, that's the new Xbox, right?
Real
isn't
quick
it
before we
the
end
most
this,
powerful console
so
ever
I just
built.
want to like have a clear ending. Mass Effect, buy it, yes or no?
no.
I don't know.
You don't
Yeah,
know? Okay,
I'd
so
wait until it comes
No,
out.
no,
I never really played it.
Maybe and a maybe. So yeah, okay.
If you're a major
no.
Mass Effect fan, I'd recommend waiting until it releases and then watching a review or something. Or
I'm gonna
Careful.
just go right into this Project Scorpio thing and say, what the fuck is Microsoft doing?
Why?
6 teraflops of power, man.
It's less powerful than the PlayStation.
But isn't it supposed to be modular?
So is the PlayStation.
No, I mean like modular, as in like you can replace parts in it.
So is the PlayStation.
Doesn't say no. The PlayStation isn't modular. You can't remove the graphics from the processing power. If that's what you're.
That's what I'm
Meaning-
implying.
But the processor is the CPU on that board is way less powerful than what is going to be in the new PlayStation. Why? Why is Microsoft giving PlayStation that much leeway?
Well,
Not
Microsoft,
like they haven't already let
Microsoft
them
could,
get ahead.
Microsoft, Xbox One, leading the market. I'm sorry, Sony did not perform as well as the Xbox One. They didn't have the exclusives. They didn't have any. It wasn't as powerful as a machine.
Yeah, man, but COD got DLC early.
fucking
Every
Call of Duty.
Every time I bring up how I like the Xbox One better, everybody's like, "Why don't you get a PS4? Because COD's getting DLC early." I'm like, I don't play Call of Duty.
Who plays Call of Duty anymore?
See,
I don't know.
But it just Microsoft could easily corner the market. Microsoft has the new Universal Programming Language coming out. Everything that's going out on Xbox is coming out on Windows PCs.
they have a long game going on here. They're trying to merge everything into one ecosystem.
But here's the thing: why not release something that is more powerful and get everybody to switch over?
What I think they should do
put
is they should
Sony
make
out of the market.
they should make something like the Nvidia Shield but cheaper that can stream from a computer running Xbox games. So basically, the Xbox game is a Windows game. It's just you can play with a controller and
I
stream to
think
the
there
TV.
should be a
I mean,
third.
here's the more reasonable question: why doesn't Sony just give up?
Why don't they just constantly just give up and period? And
Why
everybody
don't
computer?
why don't they just give up and
Everybody get a PC, a gaming PC, and you'd be
proper
okay.
PC? No, because Sony could put out a proper PC, still release games specific to that their thing, but make it compatible with everything.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like
in my
they get the
opinion, they won't-
exclusive first, they get the game on their platform first, but still put it out on things like PC and just merge everything together. Stop being a separate entity and just do it all as a whole. Combine
it's-
heads.
It's Steam. It's the same as Steam. Steam has like so much control over the gaming market for PCs. Sony has the same control. They won't why would they let go of that? Like they own
the same
Well-
reason they got rid of SOE or SEO,
remind me what that is?
Sony Entertainment Online.
Oh, the
Right.
the online thing where you could be like a character.
No,
Like
that whole
that was PlayStation Home, wasn't it?
no, yeah, that was PlayStation Home. I'm talking about Sony Entertainment Online, their MMO version. You know, the thing that did
Oh.
EverQuest and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
They stole it because they just got rid of it. I don't know. I don't know why they got rid of it. They just got rid of it.
I mean, Sony
that's
Sony
not-
could give up and be fine because they make cameras. They make phones.
cameras. They make TVs.
They make phones. They make
they make
a bunch of other
Blu-ray
crap.
players.
Yeah.
They have their fingers in everything. They don't need, you know what I mean? Let Microsoft just have it. Just give it to Microsoft. Microsoft is a
but
better company.
Microsoft makes
they-
a lot of shit as well, so they could
Yeah.
both give up. But that's not really what we're talking about. We're talking about what's the difference between the PS4 and this Project Scorpio. Why would you want Project Scorpio? Is it like,
Yeah, if
saying
you're
the
gonna
most
get,
powerful console ever built? Is it?
I want a console. Honestly, it's gonna be an Xbox, just so I can play with my friends who either can't afford a PC or just
But
have
you-
that console feeling.
But you already can.
Yeah,
Windows
But-
10 has even has the Xbox party system built into it. You can literally connect with your friends on Xbox through your computer
Well, that's if the game
as long as you
supports
have
it.
Windows 10.
If the game, if you have an Xbox already, Xbox One already, and
I don't have
you have a gaming PC that has Windows 10 on it, and you sign your Xbox app, you can play those Xbox games on your PC. Oh no, wait, no, sorry, you can play games from the PC on the Xbox, but you can't. I don't think you can go back yet. But
Oh, can you
they're
really?
try-
Because my little brother is really interested in PC, and I want to get him into
I
it.
think so. I might be mistaken,
Okay.
or it's the other way. You can play Xbox games on the PC.
I'm pretty sure
trying
you
to
can play the Xbox games on the PC.
Yeah, but they're trying to make it so you can go back as well. They said they were working on that.
I mean, and they've already released several Xbox games on the PC.
Right.
So
Right.
I think most of the Forza games are on PC now, if not all of them.
Yeah, I got a notification about Forza being on the Windows Store now.
And Mortal Kombat, I believe they brought over to, no, not Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct. They brought Killer Instinct onto the PC. And they're putting Halo. They've already got Halo 5 Forge, and they're putting a custom game lobby browsing system into that, so that you can play Halo 5 multiplayer on PC for free.
See, that sounds fun if it wasn't Halo 5.
I mean,
So-
I in career school I played the original Halo on PC. That was fun.
Yep.
Yeah, I would rather play freaking Halo 2 on the computer than Halo.
Halo Combat
5.
Evolved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good times.
But yeah, they're claiming that it's the most powerful console ever built. I'm sorry, but
No, the most powerful console ever
PlayStation-
built is Nintendo Switch, guys. Come on.
PlayStation has that already. Their CPU is more
Nintendo
powerful
DS.
than
Now they say that,
Project Scorpio.
but
3DS.
that does that really matter? The most powerful console ever built or not?
No, not really, because there's always going to be more powerful things built.
That's for all the people who don't understand. And when they see the most powerful console ever built, they think, "Oh man, I'm gonna believe that," because they don't understand what's actually
I'm gonna
in
go
it.
run out and buy it right now.
Yeah,
so it's
because
just
I
a
was at
marketing thing.
I heard about this at school. A kid was talking to me and he goes, "Dude, I found an Xbox is probably gonna, beat all your PCs and all this stuff." And because he knows I'm into PCs, and then he tells me about this Xbox, and I was like, "Do you know what runs an Xbox?" And he goes, "No." I was like, "Do you know what is inside of an Xbox that makes it work?"
The same thing that's in my
Yeah.
PC, just a lot weaker.
Yeah, it's not. It's oh my god, it's gimped in the Xbox and the PlayStation.
Every time I talk about PC, some dude's like, "Oh, I can play games on an Xbox," and I'm like, "Dude,
Now,
it's so much different."
the processor that was in the PS3, the Power Cell processor, or whatever it was, apparently that was a really good processor, but the way they put it in the PlayStation, it just gimped it.
Yeah.
And then no developer actually took full utilization of it. Unlike, Naughty Dog did it with Last of Us, but everybody else is like, "Fuck you."
They were too scared to do that.
The Power Cell processor is a really good processor. It's just they gimped it.
That's the thing with most developers developing solely for console. They're afraid to take the risk and push the console to its limit, because what if the console dies while playing our game? Now that's our fault. The consumer loses their way of playing our games, so they
Well-
gimp the game so that they don't push the PlayStation or the Xbox too hard, so that it dies.
Well, see, the thing with the PlayStation 3 is that they had accessories that added cooling fans in the back of it that forced air into the PlayStation because it would overheat. I actually had one of those on my PS3. It was like a little fan.
I mean, if they had built it properly, they wouldn't need to get those.
They
wouldn't
have that
to
for the
build those
PS4 too.
accessories.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Of course.
If they
have a
built
lot
the
of
system
accessories for the
properly,
PS4.
if they built the system properly, they wouldn't need to add an extra accessory to force air into the system.
Well, what's funny is the way the air worked in that PlayStation, I think it pulled from the back and pushed out the front, like the very front. There's a
And the
little
f-
grill
the-
at the bottom of the front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just not enough airflow.
Yeah.
I mean, if they want to do it truly, justice, and make sure that it doesn't ever overheat, make it an open air case.
That'd be
That's really difficult with
That'd be dusty.
console, because of a lot, like, people don't really expect things to just like, nobody wants to like clean their fucking consoles
Yeah,
ever.
And
it's
that's
Want
why
it
they
to sit there
overheat.
and work.
And that's why they overheat, because they don't ever clean their consoles.
Have
They
you
don't
ever
dust
stuck
them out.
like something in an entertainment center and just left it for a while? It
Yeah,
collects dust like
It
crazy.
does. Yeah, and nobody cleans them out, and that's why they overheat.
Yeah. So having an open
Like-
air case for a console would suck.
Well, no, because then you could see how much dust is collecting on it, and then, oh, hey, look, I just go out, buy a can of air, and blow the
dust
whole fucking
also
thing off.
carries static
Or go buy a
electricity.
PC.
What about a case that is basically just one giant like cooling block? Like, the top of the case is just there to keep the system cool.
What they should
How
do.
about they just go closed loop liquid cooling?
That's what I was about to say. Like, why don't they just
That-
include a CPU cooler? It's liquid
nobody
CPU cooler.
like. Okay, you gotta remember that, like, the people that buy consoles don't know anything about PCs, or don't
No, but
really
if they
know
do-
much about
they do
PCs.
If they do a
And
closed
they
loop
don't-
on it, it wouldn't matter, because you don't ever fuck with a closed loop.
Not the point. Not the point. Having water anywhere in the idea of buying a gaming system for someone that knows nothing about it is a no.
Just so don't say that it is.
They can't do that. You
But if-
can't sell something and not say, like, you can't
Yeah,
just
because
go,
the whole
can tell- you
shipping,
can
you have to
say,
tell
oh,
the shipping company. that it's
by
a
the way,
liquid
there's water in it. Like, what?
Yeah, because when you go to like a post office and you like try to ship, like when I tried to ship my H100i to somebody, the UPS, the USPS office is like, hey, does this have liquid in it? I was like, yeah, and they put like a special sticker on it, so it can't go on airplanes. You have to ground ship it. Otherwise, if it goes in an airplane, then it it freezes and it breaks because the water in there turns to ice. So
It's you
'cause
took that in a
or no,
completely
wait, it might have to
different
go on a
direction,
pressurized
but
plane
Good point.
because the non-pressurized plane, the luggage carriage is frozen. There's no
Yeah.
pressurization.
But most transport planes are now pressurized because they do ship a lot of liquids.
Yeah. I'm just saying they
So-
still do the stickers.
But again, the point is like they could very easily just put in a liquid cooling block and never ever say that it has
Or
a liquid cooling block.
They could sell an adapter for it. Like you take you don't void the warranty by replacing the built-in air cooler with a liquid cooler. That's provided by Microsoft. It'd just be a pop-in replacement. So you pop the air cooler off by like 4 push tabs, and then you pop the cooler back. You clean the CPU off, put the liquid block on it, and boom, done.
Or they could put a $400 console out, but then make it like $600 with with the liquid cooling.
Oh my
but
god,
when
200
you
extra
get
bucks
that,
for a liquid cooler? Jesus.
that's what they do, dude. It pisses me off. It's like, oh, you want another terabyte of storage?
Maybe
Okay,
they
give
could
us
just have like a configurator. Oh wait, now we're talking about PCs because the PCs you can configure. Oh wait.
Okay, but I
And that was
only
their
said
point.
that.
All right,
But
let's
that's their
just drop
point with
this.
that's their point with Project Scorpio is they want to make it more like a PC.
Yeah.
They want to make it so that you can. That's the whole point of it is so you can go and change parts and upgrade it.
But what I was saying though was, how you'll go to the store and you'll be like, okay, I want a console. Well, okay, but if you saw one with a terabyte, it's $299, but one with 2 terabytes is $400.
I think you have that
Yeah.
backwards. If it's 32 gigs, it's $299. If it's
Somebody's turning this one off.
yeah, mine did. If it's got a terabyte, it's $600.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous. All right, so let's move on to the last couple topics here. So we got more
Hold on,
gaming stuff. We got the
Before we end this Scorpio thing, do you think it's gonna be a VR console?
probably.
Yeah,
Is that like that could just be what they're
You
doing
know,
with it?
they
Like,
might
the
integrate the.
Xbox, what is it, One S? Probably doesn't have any, or does it have any kind of VR
No,
support?
I think it was just
Porn.
upgraded so you can do 4K TVs.
Yeah.
That's basically
So
it.
like
They-
they probably,
I know they
they're probably putting
they
NVIDIA
plan
stuff
on
in-
doing. They plan on doing 4K.
Maybe
and
they'll
they plan
integrate
on
the hollow.
moving
lens.
into VR. I know they're going to plan on getting into VR. They're going to make it so that you can run your Oculus or your Vive with
Yeah, no.
the Xbox.
I'll keep my Vive on my computer. Sorry.
It's that there. I mean, PlayStation is ahead of the game right there with Project Morpheus, PlayStation VR. They
yeah,
already
which is
have VR with
actually
their consoles.
surprisingly successful.
And it's, from what I hear, surprisingly well done.
Yeah, but don't you need like an
For a
exterior box
console.
for your PlayStation 4 Pro to play it?
I
To
don't.
keep
I
it
don't.
90. It
I-
interpolates
I-
frames to keep it 90 FPS.
I don't actually know,
I
but
think
Yeah, I'm
that's
not
the
sure
about
point.
that.
The point is that people have the PlayStation console already in their homes, and they can just buy whatever
Well, no-
accessories they want.
Yeah, but the problem with that is if you have the original PlayStation 4, it's gonna be crappy running that VR system.
Yeah,
You need
but it's still
Pro.
the fact remains that they did it, and they did it first.
Yeah, true. All right,
So
so
that's why I'm like, Microsoft needs to step up their game, and Project Scorpio needs to be a little bit more powerful than the new PlayStation 4, because
well maybe it's the CPU is powerful, but maybe the GPU is gonna be like off the charts for a console. Maybe they're actually gonna go like dedicated GPU chip.
There's a list. What's inside of it?
Is there
Where?
a dedicated GPU there? That list,
where's the list? Where's the list?
A list of what for
the
the
specs.
PS4?
No, the Scorpio.
Where's the list?
Let me pull it out.
So anyway, okay, while Lucas is doing that, more gaming stuff. So the GTX 1080 Ti and Ryzen. Oh man.
Nah, I don't know about Ryzen, but
I mean, Ryzen, for what it is, it's a good CPU. They're good CPUs. They're not. People are just going crazy about single core performance, and it just launched, so the optimizations aren't there yet. But I think after a little while, it's gonna be good.
okay. So they're not going Intel. They're going AMD with the Project Scorpio. That's stupid.
Well, isn't
Um,
Intel doing like a whole?
And they're gonna do integrated AMD graphics with 6 teraflops of performance. I'm sorry, PlayStation
It's a
4.
single chip then.
Rip.
Well, which has worked for the PS in the past, the PS3 proved that like just a single chip for everything was more than enough, and nobody complained. But they don't actually have any specs here. It's just basically, hey, there's a thing here, and we don't have any information. 4K support, yes. Like, all right.
Well, is that 4K support for media, or is that 4K
So,
support for games?
play-
What is it?
Wait.
Well, on their page they say true 4K, like native 4K. So like they want to have 4K, not fake 4K.
Oh, so it's just they'll actually support 4K from the box
Yes.
itself, not
Yes.
upscale.
PlayStation 4 never had. I mean, they had a custom CPU, but it was never a fully custom CPU. It's an AMD Jaguar CPU, and they
No,
just
I
modified
said
it a little bit.
PlayStation 3 had a like a
They had the cell.
64
Yeah,
chip.
they had the cell processor, and the cell processor was garbage.
Yeah, but it
That's why
worked. Like it was fine for
Well,
the time.
It
but-
was a good processor. It's just none of the developers took utilization of it, and the way Sony implemented it to the system, it just killed it. It was a pretty good CPU though.
But I think Xbox, Microsoft, and PlayStation and Sony are all running the same piece CPU with just a slight different modification. They're all running the 8-core AMD custom CPU.
Right.
So it's
The only
probably not even going to
difference-
be the new Zen architecture. for
no, the Project Scorpio probably will, only because the only reason why I'm saying that is because the Xbox CPUs so far in Xbox One, Xbox One S have had a higher clock speed, a more powerful processor than the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 was at 1.6 gigahertz. Xbox One and Xbox One S are at 1.75. So they're probably going to use the newer architecture for the new Scorpio CPU.
That'd be interesting to see.
Now, out of everybody, okay, that has been using AMD parts, Nintendo is using the NVIDIA parts.
Yeah, I saw that.
That is, I will give hands to Nintendo for using NVIDIA. That's
They're
and
using, like, a
keeping the
Tegra.
price point pretty down. Yeah, they're using Tegra.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
But being able to keep the price point for the Switch down, that's pretty crazy, because I mean, Xbox One, Xbox One S, Project Scorpio is probably going to be really expensive. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Slim, and PlayStation 4 Pro, even though they use AMD parts, they're rather expensive.
They get marked up
So,
because Microsoft and Sony.
oh, and there's the other downfall to these consoles. They're using 5400 RPM hard disks, not solid state.
Wait, is Scorpio still using a hard drive?
It doesn't say.
No, it says 2 to be
Oh,
determined.
it's flash storage.
Okay, good. Because I said they're using another hard drive again this time around. Oh my god.
But I mean, they should all be using the 7200 drives. I
Well,
mean,
you can
and
swap
with-
them out yourself.
with that, yeah, and you void your warranty when you do that. Well, maybe not with the Xbox, but with PlayStation you do.
Really?
Yeah.
But like, here's what I'm looking at. Why would you want to buy then, like now, the Switch instead of the PS4 Pro when there's only $100 difference? And the PS4 Pro is much more powerful and
Well, the Switch is portable.
The Switch is portable.
Yeah.
It has its own
but
dedicated
you
drive. It
might
has
as
its
well
own.
just buy a decent cell phone to play
It
games
has-
on that.
It has its own GPU. It has an NVIDIA, a slightly more powerful NVIDIA GPU or CPU in it, and it's more upgradable, more expandable. It comes with a 32 gig storage, which you can then expand with just going out to Best Buy and buying a larger micro SD XC card. You can't do that with it. It has to be very specific what drive you can get for Xbox, and you can't even do that with PlayStation because you'll void your warranty. It comes with it has their own OS on it and everything like that. That it's not plug and play with hard drives on there.
That's pretty
Right.
shitty, to be honest. Wait,
So
can't you buy like a Microsoft certified external storage drive for your Xbox? For like
yeah, it
a
has
2
to.
terabyte
Yeah,
drive?
and it has to be Microsoft certified to work with the Xbox. It has
Yeah,
to
that's
have
pretty
the
dumb.
Xbox label on it. So what Nintendo did was they were just like, you know what, fuck you all, just go out and buy, a cheap fucking large SD card, and there you go. You can
Right.
upgrade your storage in your Nintendo Switch.
Right. So moving on now. Do we want to talk about the 1080 Ti, or do we just leave that for
I think
reviewers?
we can.
I feel
leave-
maybe we should just end this with the 1080 Ti because like it's not really a whole lot to talk about other than just
that it blows the
Yeah,
Titan
1080.
X out of the water.
who is it really for when the 1080 is out there and it's now cheaper?
I mean, how
1080.
much cheaper is the 1080 Ti? 500. Okay, so the 1080 Ti or the
No,
1080.
the TI is more expensive. The
The
TI
T-
is like 550.
Yeah, no, the
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 TI is
standard 1080.
$699.
Yeah, the 1080, the standard 1080 is $560,
Yeah.
Oh.
560. Yeah.
and that is still a really high price point.
Yeah, but there's now like at least $100 difference in price.
Yeah, I'll still buy I'll buy a 1050 before I buy a 1070 or a 1080 or a 1060.
Yeah, so like back to what I was saying, like who is the 1080 Ti for? I mean,
Well,
sure,
it could be for those
it
people that
uses
are.
more power, but it gives you a lot of more.
I'm gonna go on the line.
Bragging
and say that
rights.
The 1080 Ti is for the elitists or just someone who wants, bragging rights, saying,
Well,
"Hey,
then-
I've got the most
well,
powerful
They could
GPU
just be
you can get
using
right now."
the Titan XP.
I think it's more for the people that are on the bridge of, like, on the fence of buying a Titan X, but they don't have the cash to buy a Titan X.
Okay,
Yeah,
when
but it's more powerful than the Titan X, so why
Yeah,
would
I
you
know.
buy a Titan X?
So it's the bridge between 1080 and 10.
Yeah, just like the 980 Ti was. It was the 980 Ti was an upgraded 980 that beat the Titan X from Maxwell.
Right.
and
So
people
they're
just
like
Drop the
it
Titan
is
X
just
and got
basically
980 Ti.
then the same old story. They're doing putting as many cards in as many tiers as they can offer.
Yeah, this is basically the same thing as the 900 series and the 700 series.
But okay, basically the reason I want to buy it is because for some reason I was looking at my card again, looking at the prices and stuff because I paid $3 for mine. When I looked, it was like $500 to buy a 970. I was like, what the hell? So I was like, well, I guess if I'm gonna need something bigger, it's gonna be like $700. So I was looking at the bigger cards, 1070s, 1080s. There were 7 at the time. So I was like, okay, so I just set my price range for 7. So I became comfortable with, okay, I'm going to pay 7 for a card. So, I mean, me personally, I'm just going to buy it just because that's what I was already planning on purchasing for a card in the first place.
Yeah,
And I plan on this computer
won't
going
ever.
a while.
I won't ever buy one, not unless it's like $50, and even then, I probably wouldn't buy it, because at that point, it's probably so old that it's not even worth buying.
nostalgia.
I'm
Man.
happy. I'm happy with my 750 Ti from EVGA. I mean, that thing it's powerful enough to run pretty much everything that's out right now, and it's running the Maxwell architecture. No, it's running the Haswell architecture still.
Well,
but
I want
you know
my
what I mean?
computer to
Like,
be running
it's-
for the next friggin' however many years.
I'm pretty sure mine will be. I mean, shit. My last machine was a 775
And
socket.
I want to run like 2K or maybe even 4K.
The good thing about the Ti and the 1080 and the Titan is the VRAM. That alone helps with running like 2K and 4K games and other applications that require a lot of VRAM. Because if you
That's
get
what I
down to where
want.
you have like 4 or 5 gigs of VRAM, sometimes you notice it in games that require a lot of VRAM.
Oh, that I won't argue.
Like
I mean,
GTA
I've only
5.
got a two gig card, so
Yeah.
I definitely know the feels with the lower VRAM, but it's still, I mean, games still
At
look
least you don't have
phenomenal.
1.5 gigs of VRAM.
Yeah, I didn't make the mistake of buying that card.
Which one is that?
The 970,
Hey,
3.5 gigs.
shut up.
Like,
Is
why
that?
would you?
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It has 500 megs of slower RAM for whatever reason.
I didn't know what I was doing at the time. Okay,
uh huh.
now I do.
Neither did they.
They just
Clearly.
they completely goofed for whatever reason.
Well, okay, I was going off with some dude that my dad works with because I was going to buy a 960, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna. This is a budget
Should've
ass
bought a
PC
960.
build. So the guy was like, just buy a 970, and then some other guy was like, just buy a 980, and I'm like, oh my, I'm gonna keep going, ain't I?
No, you should have just bought the 960.
The only reason I have a 980 Ti is because I traded up from my. So I had two 580s. I traded those up for a 780. I bought another 780 for SLI, and then from there I traded those two up for a 980 Ti Zotac card.
Yeah. See, why can't I go to somebody and trade my 970 for something else?
And then I went from the Zotac card to a 980 Ti hybrid. And the only thing I paid for was shipping.
Yeah. Why can't I do that?
I wonder if I could trade my 750 Ti for something.
You can check the hardware subreddit. That's where I did all my stuff at.
How about let me just trade my whole computer up for
I want to trade my
part of it
computer
out.
in so bad.
A lot of people
I
don't
mean-
on there don't buy full systems. They only buy
Are
parts.
we still
For-
on a topic here, or like
Yeah, well, yeah, we are. We're
We were still
still.
on the 1080 Ti, just talking about.
still on
But-
the 1080?
It's just I don't know. I personally I wouldn't see the need to buy the 1080 Ti unless you're an elitist. That would
Well,
be the only reason.
To me, I personally, I would want to. I think I will get it mainly because running that in SLI will probably be 10 times better than running 1080s in SLI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you
Because
wouldn't-
if for me, I don't care about the power consumption because you're getting apparently a lot more of everything else. Is like you're trading low power for more horsepower.
here it comes back to is why would you need to run them in SLI? Why would you need to run that specific card in SLI? You wouldn't. It's just
The
overkill.
good thing about Ti cards is that they're basically made to run. It's supposed to be like a single card beats two. At least that's from my standpoint.
That is
They
the
had
truth.
some,
That's why
like,
my
what was
750
it,
Ti doesn't
43%
work with Sly.
better, or whatever they said. 43% was their number, though. So like it's 43% more powerful than the 1080. I think they said, or maybe the 980. I can't remember which card they were talking about. But for me, running more than one card is better for high resolutions and high quality. Like if you want to keep pushing the high frame rates with really good graphics, it's only if you want to have
Yeah, but a single
things
card
really
can
good.
already do that with the 1080 Ti.
Yeah,
You don't
not in all the not 4K or ultra wide resolutions like the 3440. So like
Well, maybe, yeah.
they can, but just the frame rate starts dropping.
Yeah, it won't
And if you want to
run
keep it
120
steady about
FPS
60 at
4K.
least, then you want to have something that can deliver.
Now, if more developers would, make SLI better, actually implement it properly in their games, it'd be okay.
And that's the other thing why I don't support it. I mean, I did SLI for a while, and just
Or-
majority of the games weren't really properly configured for SLI, and they would crash a lot, or it was black screen. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's
Or-
where you can just basically sort of downscale again and adjust for just the one card instead.
Now, if NVIDIA could,
More hassle.
actually update their drivers properly and stop disabling SLI when they fucking update their drivers, be great. Because that really annoyed me when I had my two SLI systems. Is every time I
I
updated my
think
drivers, the
it's-
SLI got disabled, and they
I
never
think
re-enabled it.
it's a safety thing.
Well, no, the driver should re-enable it after it's done.
Well,
No,
Yeah,
I
update.
think it's a safety thing just so there's no screw up. So like
But they
you
don't
have
notify
to
you. They just do
re-enable
it.
it for some reason
They
manually.
don't notify you that it was disabled. They don't tell you, and then you go jump into
Well,
games
yeah,
like,
then,
why is
like,
my frame
that-
shit?
That might be nice. That like they actually notify you every time that updating will disable SLI.
Yeah.
Or maybe they do and you just haven't noticed, but
I mean, I've never
having
had a
it
pop up or
obvious-
message telling me.
it would be really nice.
Yeah, it'd be great if they more quality life features and drop the fucking 3.0 login stuff for GeForce Experience. It'd be great because logging into GeForce Experience to use it is really annoying.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you know what NVIDIA should also do? Automatically delete the driver install files after the driver's been installed.
Oh yeah,
That would-
that's
I
annoying.
haven't
That would be
actually had
amazing.
a problem with that for a while, so I
That would be
don't know
amazing.
where where that problem comes from.
Just pure laziness that you install a driver with GeForce experience and it just doesn't delete the driver install after it's installed. Like it doesn't delete
and
the
I'm
installer
saying
data.
I don't see any extra driver files on my system.
You may not, but I can't tell you how many gigs of driver data that I had to delete manually from the other machine that I use because they just don't delete it.
Yeah, they just leave the stuff in the temp folder.
Yeah, and it's just massive. It gets to the point where there was I think it was like 10 driver versions in a temp
Holy
folder
crap.
from NVIDIA just sitting there taking up space on the drive.
Jesus.
And at this time, like this was when I was working off the primary drive as being only a 60 gig solid state drive, and all of that data was on that 60 gig solid state drive. There was no space for anything. Couldn't even update the driver because of how many previous versions of the
So
driver.
you had your
were there.
20 gig Windows installed, and then you had all your drivers for Windows that probably had another couple gigs on top of that, and then you had all your programs that were on the SSD, and then you had the random driver files that were
Porn.
just chilling there.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Like it was ridiculous.
And then all your
NVIDIA
porn
just
on
needs to get NVIDIA just needs to get on top of the shit and just delete it. So
So I guess that we pretty much covered everything we wanted to cover in this episode. So guess
Yeah,
we'll wrap it up
I
here.
think it's good for now.
So first ever episode of a cast that's sort of being named CushionCast. I don't know. We don't know a name yet.
still haven't come up with a name.
Yeah. So guys, you can follow me on Twitter at @OriginalAlexRPG. You can Creature if you wanna.
I
your
mean,
stuff.
yeah. Twitter for me is Quantum Creature. I do YouTube, Twitch, whatever.
Yeah, we all do.
I don't really post to Twitter, guys. So I mean, if you're looking to find me, I don't know what to
Feel
tell
like
you
you just
because
gotta post on Twitter.
I'm really bad at remembering social media.
For now, I think we can just say this is the end of the
Yeah.
cast that will have a better ending later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
With
think
more
And an
think
intro
that's-
next time.
Yeah. Well, I gotta record the intro for this one.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
So
yeah.
that was it. Quantum Brat on Twitter is Brat.
Yeah.
And then Lucas.
Nope, don't have one.
Okay, and you can find Lucas on Twitch at Lucas Fitzgerald. Jesus Christ, your freaking name, man.
Links will be in
You
description
can't say
below.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah,
Links in description below.
below. That's if it goes on YouTube. I guess we'll see.
It will. Hi, YouTube.
I can post on YouTube. I don't care. That's fine. Anyways, that's all for now, guys.